Hello everyone! A while ago I did a video about the attention span and how to improve it. First of all, let's make a point of saying that you have two roads you can go. You can replace good habits with bad ones, or you can replace bad habits with good ones. Which would you prefer? Let's talk about the habits that people tend to get into. Take, for example, the attention span. In my video about the attention span, I asked you what non-electrical thing you did, and I loved the answers. Some of you said painting, cooking, skateboarding. It's good to get out in the fresh air. Others said some form of exercise. These are all very good for improving your mind. It reminds me of a game I used to have on my Nintendo DS, which was the brain training game, and Dr. Kawashima was an absolute savage if your brain was slow. Who here is old enough to remember the Nintendo DS, and what is your favourite game from it? Mine is Nintendogs. Going back to the attention span though, what is your best habit and what is your worst habit? For me, I would say the best habit I've got into is the pet care routine. And that includes hair, teeth, nails, all of that. Having pets gives you a routine. So especially if you have a dog, you will have to exercise it every day. My worst habit is laziness, which I know sounds like a contradiction, or not being as organised as I should be. My way of dealing with that problem is to have a list of my daily chores of everything that needs doing for me and the pets. Then, because it's in notes, delete them one by one, along with alarms for the same purpose. Also, with having pets, you get used to not only exercising, but making sure that you feed them at their proper time. Bonjo is a lovely cat, but you try telling him that his meals are going to be moved around. He's like, "Okay, fine. What toe would you like removed because I'm starving?" For example, I have a book by Conor Maynard. It has been signed by him and I love it. In fact, it was the first book that I read as part of my reading challenge. However, my mum said that the pets were eating too much and that cats only eat twice a day, so we should only give them breakfast and dinner. Upon realising that she was not going to get lunch, Sylvie proceeded to try and eat Connor's face. Well, that was when I went to Mum and said that they needed to eat lunch. Technically, she only started to nom down on the book, but as you can see here, her jaw was so tiny that she didn't really get that far, so we reinstated the lunch, in case you were wondering. Moving on though, how to create a habit in the first place. You are going to need willpower, but you can't do something that someone else wants you to do. Don't do things because you think you should. That is why many gym memberships go down the drain. Find something that you enjoy. If you want to get in shape and you have a dog, maybe go for a run with them. If you want to get in shape and you have a cat, get a wand toy and shake it. I have learned that you can create habits that are ingrained deep into your memory. I remember hearing about a true crime case from Jack Neal. I don't know if I can talk about it here without upsetting the algorithm, as I'm not a true crime channel, but look up the Porco family. All I'm going to say is that considering the injuries that the dad went through, he should not have been able to do everything he did. But the part of his memory that deals with habits was still functioning, and because of that, he went and got up and got ready for work, had a shave. He also tries to clean the red stuff out of the sink, but he didn't comprehend that it belonged to him. He went to load the dishwasher, went outside to get the newspaper, and then collapsed on his doorstep trying to get the key because he locked himself out. So it shows that we can make very strong habits that we do automatically even without proper brain function. Just like we don't have to think about walking, talking and other things. I will leave a link in the description about where to find news about this case. The mum did survive. I do wonder though, if he had kept still and not moved around, if he would also have survived, but who knows. Maybe they could have saved him if he kept still, but basically the dad was like a headless chicken, still going even though he wasn't really alive. The reason I bring up this case is because he obviously had very well ingrained habits that he could do even if he was not aware of it. It was second nature to him, and that is how we need our habits to be. We need to have them so well learned that we're not even conscious we're doing them. However, if you have any bad habits that are ingrained, then it's going to be harder to get rid of them. For example, nail biting is one for me. One of my New Year's resolutions is to stop biting, and I will leave updates throughout the year to show how that's going. So my question to you is, if you have good habits, what are they and can you improve them? If you have any bad habits, what are you going to do to get rid of them and replace them with good ones? And what are the good habits you will replace them with? Let me know in the comments. If you're still here, then you're handsome and you're beautiful and you, well, I'm speechless. I'll let you know next time I see you. Over to the pets. Hello all, this is Sylvie. If you liked what you saw, then subscribe for more.
Hey everyone, my name's Bonjo. If you enjoyed yourself, then give it a thumbs up and share it with all your friends.
Hi everybody, I'm Jack, and if you had fun, then comment down below and let Mum know what is your favourite electronic activity.